Hi there everyone, it's Dreamflight2 and today I wanted to talk about Ravenpaw. So what this video basically is I really wanted to discuss Ravenpaw's character and Ravenpaw's development as a character in Warrior Cats, and also a few things about how the Aarons could have written him a little bit better than they did. Starting off, I guess I should just say a couple things about Ravenpaw himself. Ravenpaw is a very nice character that is introduced in the very first book, and he is a little bit of a scaredy cat, literally, and he's a bit of a timid and kind of a shaky, nervous character type. Character types like this tend to be some of my favorites because I don't know why, I just really like them. They tend to be very cute and very nice and good characters that can have a lot of really good development. On top of that, Ravenpaw has this horrible, awful secret that he has to keep, which is obviously that Tiger's Claw, I almost said Star, Tiger Claw killed Redtail. Now, this is something that I like a lot. I like characters that are already very nervous having to deal with something that's that much of an anxiety baggage on top of them. Ravenpaw having one of the biggest, which is a huge secret that he needs to keep or else he might freaking die, which is very good. I mean, not good for him, but good for his character. Ravenpaw is written as a very, like I said, timid, kind of anxious and nervous character. He just has a tendency to be very, very, how do I even explain Ravenpaw? He's got such a good character type, but at the same time, I have some very big bones to pick with Aaron regarding his character. First of all, alright, spoiler warning here. First of all, you can't just write off a character as dead with no explanation, Aarons. You've done this so many times now. Ravenpaw being the biggest one, in my opinion. He was just all of a sudden, they were like, oh, by the way, hey, Ravenpaw's dead. Not of old age, they didn't say it, because Barley's still alive, I think. So it can't be of old age, because Barley's older than Ravenpaw. What happened to Ravenpaw? You can't just write him off that fast. Ravenpaw was a good character. Second of all, there was not enough done with Ravenpaw. They just brought him to the barn, and they were like, bye, Ravenpaw, and he was like, bye, and he went to live with Barley. And then boom, bang, biggity bam, there's no more Ravenpaw in the story anymore. We don't even need him until the last book with the battle. That's it. We don't need him anymore. Just gone. Bye-bye. No more Ravenpaw. Like, what, you could have done a lot more. I mean, you had a manga series based on him. You could have done a lot more with him in the books. I mean, honestly, there's so much more that could have been done with Ravenpaw. And it bothers me that not a lot was done with Ravenpaw. God. Ravenpaw is such a good character, though, because Ravenpaw has such a great personality and a great, relatable thing. It was a bad way to put that, but you know what I mean. And he and Barley's relationship, whether you think it be platonic or romantic, just your opinion or your inference or whatever you want to say, Barley and Ravenpaw, regardless, have a very, 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 very good relationship, and I feel like that could have been expounded on more as well, but they just never did anything else with the character. I thought it would have been very interesting to maybe have a book or two about cats that were not inside the clans, you know, like rogues or loners or kitty pets. Like, how awesome would it be if we had a little bit more story on characters like that? And Ravenpaw would have been Ravenpaw and Barley would have been perfect. And speaking of Barley, let's just talk about Barley for a sec. Barley has such an interesting story that we know very little about. Like, he very clearly has some kind of backstory here with BloodClan and Violet and all that, but we haven't learned barely anything about it. All we know is what was in that one little part in that one book, and I just don't like it. I want more about Barley. More Barley. Seriously, I need more about Barley because he is such an interesting character and in such an interesting story, and they just never talked about him again. They were just like, oh, here's Barley's story, bye, I guess. Why not give Barley a super edition? Or why not give Barley a manga? Well, they kinda did, but it was more Ravenpaw's manga than it was Barley's manga. But still, it's like everybody forgets about Barley. Everybody. I always look up fan art of Barley because I love Barley so much. And then it's just like, nobody draws Barley. It's either Ravenpaw and Barley or just Ravenpaw. There's no Barley. More Barley. I demand it. I demand it. I demand more fan art of Barley and Violet and his brothers. I forgot their names, but I need more fan art of that crap. I like it. Good stuff, good story, good stuff, good story. I need it. I said that twice. I don't know why. So that's all I had to say about Ravenpaw and Barley, and goodbye.